I think, Right Honorable Speaker, what I can do is I can just write to your office and show you that we appealed, because I did say that I appealed. Now she's telling me that the appeal is not there, but I'm the one who appealed. So what you can do is I can write to you this afternoon and show you that we filed the appeal.
Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, just to inform you that the Minister of Internal Affairs presented a report regarding the salaries of the missing police officers and even gave us statistics. But he mixed it with other, people who had absconded. And the Minister of Public Service acknowledged that there was actually a problem. They were transiting from one system to another, and in the process, some people have gotten their records, off the system, distorted. So that is partially the reason. And the Minister of Public Service had indicated that they had started correcting, and she was supposed to bring a statement. But, Right Honorable Speaker, on the issue of the police officers, the lawyers within the police force, Right Honorable Speaker, when there is a judgment, and the judgment issued against our own actions, it baffles me, Right Honorable Speaker, because there was another case of salaries, of the downgrading of salaries of employees sometime back within the Ministry of Health. And when they appealed the decision of downgrading their salaries, this letter was written by the Attorney General. And it is the basis on which the police officers picked the Attorney General's letter dated the 3rd August 2023 and went to court. And if I may quote from the Attorney General, my good friend Kiriowa Kiwanuka, this is what he said in this letter. He was quoting the Constitution, where any salary or allowance of the holder of any office is charged on the consolidated fund, it shall not be altered to his or her disadvantage after he or she has been appointed to that office. And he went on to advise that it will also amount to a breach by the employer of their terms of employment, and accordingly we reiterate our guidance as follows: that there is already a contract, the accounting officers cannot change the terms of employment of officers. Right Honorable Speaker, I am raising this because these police officers are actually stuck. Some of them got loans against the enhanced salaries, and now they are earning almost nothing because the entire money is going into clearing the loans. I want to lay on table, Right Honorable Speaker, this is a court document in the system referring to this case.
The photocopied document is what you want to lay on table?
This is...
bring the original and you lay it on table, not the photocopies.
Okay, allow me hand it to the Attorney General. It clearly indicates, Right Honorable Speaker, that the case was closed. There is no case actually in court. But the issue here, Right Honorable Speaker, there is a court judgment. So letters cannot work in this case. And these are police officers who are lawyers, whom the President gave an executive order that all lawyers across the board should have their salaries enhanced at the same level, because the police was losing lawyers to other entities of the government. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I think the government should resolve this matter.
You have the executive order.
Right Honorable Speaker, I presented the court judgment.
Now I'm saying there was executive order on increment of salaries for...
Right Honorable Speaker, unless I now pick all these documents and lay them. You give me time to bring them and lay them at an appropriate time.
Bring all of them at a go. Yes, AG.
Right Honorable, I'm at pains, and I think that is where some of our jobs become very difficult. There is a situation where a police officer is not earning the salary that he thinks he should earn. There is a position that I think it is not correct. Now, I have made the choice to appeal the decision. Now, a member whom I've explained to the legal position, I've appealed the position, doesn't want me to appeal. Now tomorrow, when these things happen again, they will say the Attorney General. Now this document that you're referring to, Honorable Member, is the document in the High Court. We don't appeal High Court decisions in the High Court. We appeal High Court decisions in the Court of Appeal. So when you go to the High Court to check whether this case is there, because it was concluded by the judge, it does not appear in the schedule of the matters in the High Court. So if you want to find out whether we appealed, you go to the Court of Appeal and find out whether there is an appeal there. However, colleagues, if the salary is supposed to be increased, and I'm not saying the salary of police officers should not be increased, what I'm asking for, colleagues, let's do it properly. And that's what we said the last time. We left the administrative aspect to the Ministry of Public Service to do that properly. However, if we leave this precedent on the record, colleagues, it will not be good for government. So let the public service handle the administrative aspect of dealing with the salaries of police officers, which they are doing. And let us handle the issue of the legal aspect. I'm just requesting that you allow us to do our work. Thank you.
We need to harmonize the salaries of all civil servants. Lob has a clarification. We
Thank
need to
you,
harmonize
Right
them,
Honourable
including for members of parliament. Lob has something.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable.
Okay, Lob has allowed him.
Thank you,
The young Lob.
my leader. Right Honourable Speaker, as we talk about the issue of policemen, we also have an issue of police armed officers who returned from Somalia. Since December, they have never received their salary, so we should also include them. That's
Yes.
what I wanted.
We'll look at all of them. Let's look at all of them. Public service should actually look at all the institutions.
Honourable Speaker, I think we need to help these government workers called police officers, because they don't even know where to run. I understand when the Attorney General says public service should be handling matters to do with salary. The challenge is there was an enhancement which they began to receive. Along the way, it is cut off. And so they are in confusion. They did go to court. The Attorney General says he has appealed, and there's been a bit of confusion about that. Maybe they don't want to give us the exactness of the details, because notice of appeal, the lack of it, and all of that. Even away from the legalese, Attorney General, because if we go that direction, then people are going to suffer. How do we assist these government workers? Because they got a salary enhancement. All of a sudden, you have cut it off. So the legalese and so on, and yet they're also saying, as far as the law is concerned, they're on the right path. How do we remedy this situation? Because it is the same government that enhanced the salary. So it cannot be the same government to come and say that maybe we made a mistake. I don't think that does apply. You know, it's resemblant. We had a debate here about the teachers. Science teachers vis-a-vis the arts teachers. Science teachers earn about 4 times more than the arts teachers. And some of us have been saying, we are not saying that now reduce the salary of the science teachers, because they deserve a good pay, but increase the salary of the arts teachers too, so that there is equity. So what we want now is for government to rectify something that it had already done right, because they deserve a good pay. And we were happy that government had enhanced their pay. All of a sudden now, government is retracting on that. Why? So that we don't even go through court, back and forth, because you see, even with the court processes, the AG knows this matter can take donkey's years. We are simply appealing to government. Please rectify. You enhanced these people's salaries. That was a good thing. Because they have been to school, you keep saying, the more you study, there should be rewards for education. So they have gone to school, studied this and so on, you enhance their pay, and then you're cutting it back. Why? Let government rectify that, so that we even avoid the whole drama of court, back and forth. That will take donkey's years, AG, you know. Please advise government, because you're the chief government advisor. And chief legal government advisor. Yes, when you make a promise and you fulfill it, don't backtrack on it. Let's get back to what it should be.
And AG, as you give the legal advice to government, I think the matter that this House has talked about, the Salary Review Commission, should really come in forth. Because we've been talking about that commission over and over, and it has not taken off. Yes, Honorable